Hi there everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Dave, and a few days ago I did my first hands-on impression of the then unreleased Galaxy Buds Pro, and today for all of you I have a comparison video between the Galaxy Buds Plus, the Galaxy Buds Live, and the Galaxy Buds Pro. And we'll be going in depth about the size and comfort of the buds, as well as the Bluetooth, water resistance, battery life for talk time and playback, as well as the differences in the applications, the features, differences in the ambient mode and active noise cancellations, the microphone distance, and of course, sound. Alright, let's jump right in. The Buds Plus and Buds Pro share a very similar form factor. The Buds Plus are just a little bit bigger than the Buds Pro, but they have the same shape, though the Buds Live do separate themselves from the pack as they're a bit longer and a bit more slim. And although the Plus and Pro do have that more bulbous form factor, I do find the Pro to fit a bit more snugly in my ear. I can wear them for hours on end, and they're still as comfortable as they were when I first popped them in. Where with the Plus, for some reason, I don't know if it's the wingtip, I don't know if it's the slightly adjusted shape, those don't fit in my ear quite as comfortably. Though if you're asking for my personal favorite pick of the bunch, I do think that the Live and the more natural curvature that they have to our ears do fit a bit more comfortably, and I can wear those very easily. So if I had my pick, I would go Live, then Pro, then Plus in terms of comfort. All of the cases are easily pocketable, and the Live and Pro share the same exact case, same form factor, same feel, same size, same weight. They feel good. I'm more fond of the Live and Pro casing. They're a bit more square, they feel good in the hand, they're easily pocketable. The Pluses, there's nothing wrong with them, that longer shape. I just prefer the Live and the Pro. Now, for those of you who are rock-type Pokemon and are wary of water, as we all know, the Buds Plus and Live sport an IPX2 water resistance rating, so they're not going to be the best if you're going for a run in the rain, if you're going to be sweating a lot, but the Buds Pro sport an IPX7 water resistance rating, so if you're getting a really hard workout in, sweating a lot, if you're going for a jog in the rain, you should be pretty okay. With the IPX7 rating, you're going to be able to submerge your Pros in 1 meter of water for 30 minutes. No, I will not be testing this, but for those of you who are wondering about water resistance, Samsung did up the ante here. Now, when discussing the battery life on all three of these earbuds, I think undoubtedly the winner here is the Galaxy Buds Plus. You can pop them in your ear in the morning, go to your 8-hour workday, come back home, and still have a few hours worth of battery left over. These sport 11 hours worth of battery in one charge. And if you're having an extensive trip, you can have your case with you, pop them in, and the case is going to give you an additional 11 hours worth of charge. And when we look at the Buds Live, they're going to be giving you 6 hours worth of battery in one charge with ANC on, and 8 hours worth of battery with ANC off. Though, if you're asking me, and you're going with the Buds Live, you like how they look, how they feel, how they sound, I think you should leave the ANC off altogether, and I'll discuss that a little bit later in the video. Now, with the Buds Pro in one charge, you're getting 5 hours worth of battery life with ANC on, and 18 hours total with the charging case, and you're getting 8 hours worth of battery life with ANC off, and about 20 altogether additional with the battery case. And when looking at talkback time, you're getting 7.5 hours out of the Buds Plus in one charge, 4.5 hours with ANC on, and 5.5 hours with ANC off with the Buds Live, and you're getting 4 hours with ANC on and 5 hours of ANC off talk time with the Buds Pro. If you're finding the video helpful, a thumbs up goes an incredibly long way to helping me out here on the channel. If you're loving the content so far and want to see more of what I'm doing next, hitting the subscribe button, notification bell is the absolute best way to stay up to date with what I'm doing. I do a lot of tech reviews, tech coverage, and tips and tricks for you guys. Take out a lot of the guessing work, provide some perspective and information, so that way you can make the best, most informed decision for yourself if you're looking for a new gadget, new device to make your daily driver, and things like that. Alright, back to your regularly scheduled video. Now, things seem kind of grim for the Pro as they have the least amount of battery life out of the other two, but for me personally, I'm not someone who wears earbuds all day, every day. The 5, 6, 7, 8 hours worth of battery life that I get out of the earbuds is more than enough because when they come out, I'm putting them back in the case anyway. Let me know in the comment section down below if that's a deal breaker for you, if you wish the Pros had a longer battery life, or if maybe that suffices. Now when it comes to looking at the application for each of these buds, things here are mostly the same across the board. Finding your earbuds, your gaming mode, the touch controls, activating Bixby voice, you have access to all of your equalizer settings like your soft, dynamic, clear, your bass boost, your treble boost, or normal. Now additionally, inside of the application, you're getting your toggles for your ambient mode across all three, and your noise cancellation for the Buds Live and the Buds Pro, though the Buds Pro take things a bit further and allow a bit more fine tuning. On the Buds Pro, for your noise cancellation, you can set it to high or low, which is something you can't do on the Galaxy Buds Live. On the Buds Live, all you can do is toggle your active noise cancellation on or off, and there's no toggles up front for your ambient mode. You go into your additional settings and you toggle ambient mode on that way, though the ambient mode doesn't work quite the same as the Buds Plus and the Buds Pro. On the Buds Plus and the Buds Pro, you can actually toggle your ambient mode from low, medium, high, and again on the Buds Pro, you have the upfront option for extra high, which I think if you're going for superpowers, enhancing and giving yourself super listening, the extra high function is useful in that way. Not everyone's going to like how loud it is. I think high for most people suffices, and you get the same high option on the Buds Plus, and if you go into the additional settings, you can tune up to the extra high option. These work very similarly on the Buds Plus and the Buds Pro. Kudos to both there. I think they both work incredibly well. Now on the Buds Live, you do get that additional function for the ambient mode, but it's basically like having ambient mode on low for the Buds Plus and the Buds Pro. It doesn't really work well for me on the Live. For me, I just keep it off. If I'm looking to use the ambient mode, Buds Plus or Buds Pro is definitely the way to go there. And looking at the active noise cancellation, the Buds Plus obviously do not have this, but the Buds Live active noise cancellation, honestly, I just don't think it's good. Flat out, doesn't work well. On the Buds Pro, you can toggle it to high or low, and I do think that they work well here on the Pro. And this is on pre-release software. Apparently, we're going to be getting a driver update for the Galaxy Buds Pro that's going to improve the ANC even further, so keep an eye out for that. But honestly, I think the Pro's ANC right now built in is way better than the Buds Live. If you have the Buds Live, I don't think it's even worth turning that on. Keep it off and get the additional battery life, in my opinion. Now, in my last video, a few of you asked me what codecs are supported on the Buds Pro, and across all three you're getting AAC, SBC, and unfortunately aptX is not supported on any three of these buds. Now, for those of you who, when at home, don't like to be attached to your phone, like to be able to put it down somewhere, listen to your podcast, music, engage in a phone call with your earbuds, I've been able to leave my earbuds up in my room on the 3rd floor, go all the way down past the main floor and the downstairs, and the connection is still good across all three earbuds. I don't get any crackling, no fizzing, no disconnections. All three work incredibly well. Now, for those of you who are athletes who like to be on the turf, have your earbuds in, but not want your phone to fall out of your pocket or anything like that, you can leave it on the sideline. On the Buds Plus and Buds Pro, I've been able to go about 35 to 40 yards before I start experiencing any sort of weird, fizzy disconnection noise. And on the Buds Live, 30 yards away, anything more than 30 is really when I started hearing all of that fizzing and cracking and disconnecting. Now, when it comes to the microphones, I had my sister engage in a blind sound test with me. Destiny, if you're watching this, you are awesome, thank you so much. Or basically, I called her on my phone. I basically just put in the earbuds one after one after one, didn't tell her which ones were which, and simply asked her to rate them on an arbitrary scale between 1 and 10. The Buds Pro, she rated as a 9 out of 10. The Buds Live, she rated as an 8 out of 10. And the Buds Plus, she rated as a 6 or 7. She said this one, you could kind of hear there was some distortion in my speaking, but if she were just listening to it at random with a friend or something, it would be passable, it would be okay. She wouldn't be too upset about it. The Live, she said, sounded pretty okay, but not as good as the one that came before it, which were the Pro. But I know some of you out there are going, well, those are her ears, can we hear something for ourselves? And you sure can. Here's a test for you. Okay, so this is the audio coming from the Galaxy Buds Plus. This is audio coming from the Galaxy Buds Plus. Testing, 1, 2, 3. And this is going to be compared to the Galaxy Buds Live and the Galaxy Buds Pro. Okay, so now this is audio being captured from the Galaxy Buds Live compared to the Galaxy Buds Plus and the Galaxy Buds Pro. And make sure to drink some water today. Okay, now this is being recorded from the Galaxy Buds Pro compared to the Plus and the Live. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think sounds the best out of these three, and hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the video so far. Now, if we're talking about sound, I do think that the Buds Plus have the least impressive sound out of these three. The mids and the highs just really aren't that great. There's not a lot of bass on these. I do think that the Buds Live do improve on those mids and high ranges. The Buds Pro undoubtedly have the best sound of the bunch in the mids, the lows, and the highs, and they have the best bass by far. You turn on that dynamic EQ and the range that you get out of these is really impressive. I run these buds through a series of different genres. You have your classical, you have some smooth jazz, some blues, some hip hop, some R&B, and the highs that you're able to get out of the Buds Pro are really impressive. You have a singer hitting their high note. Sounds great. They handle them incredibly well. Now, I do think that there is a conversation here for the pricing. The Buds Plus are going to be getting in the range of $80 to $100 depending where you look. The Live are about $110 to $130 depending where you look, and the Buds Pro are going to be $200 upon release. Now, for yourself, you're going to have to decide if those additional bells and whistles on the Buds Pro are worth it. The voice detect, the extra toggles for your ambient mode and your active noise cancellation, the quality of the noise cancellation, and ultimately the sound, because that's why you're wearing the earbuds in the first place. Let me know in the comment section down below which of these three earbuds appeal to you the most and why. Is the Buds Plus because of their super awesome battery life? Is it the Live because of the shape and the feel? Is it the Pro because of the extra bass and the sound quality and the extra bells and whistles? Let me know. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and hanging out. I have a couple of playlists right here, here, and here for you guys with other content on my channel. Check it out. Have a fantastic remainder of your day, afternoon, and night, depending on the time it is that you are watching this. And, as always, peace, love, adios. Bye.